Is Unico 2087 overhyped? It might be. Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Augustina, and I'm just a girlie that loves to travel and to do travel reviews. I had the opportunity of staying at Unico 2087 last December, and this is going to be my very detailed review about my overall feel of this resort. I read a lot of things before I had the opportunity to book this resort, and a lot of the reviews were very true. But we'll get more into that a little bit later. My review, I'm going to talk about the check-in process, the room, the pools, the beach, food, nightlife, and then I'll give it an overall score at the end. Unico 2087 is located in the Riviera Maya. It's very, very close to Tulum. We booked using Air Transat. Air Transat does include a transfer to and from the airport, but I always book a private transfer. I always use Canada Transfers. They are absolutely fabulous, very professional as well. It took about an hour and 30 minutes to get from the Cancun airport to the resort. There was quite a bit of traffic. If there wasn't traffic, it'd still take you about an hour and 10 minutes to get there. When we got there, everyone was super friendly. They handed us a cold towel after our long journey. We got to the resort around 1:30 p.m. and check-in is not until 3. But instead of them telling us that our room wasn't ready, they kind of just dragged the check-in process for a whole hour. They had this one guy come in and start talking about the timeshare, and we told him like 20 times we weren't interested. And then he kind of gave us a little overview of the resort. Then they had someone else come in and tell us, here, you can choose your scent and you can also choose your pillow. But it literally took about a whole hour. It was really dragged out, especially after traveling for so long. You don't want to just sit there and wait for your room. Like, if my room's not ready, like, just tell me so I can just walk around and maybe go see the beach or something. Anyways, the room that we booked was called the Al Cabo Ocean View King. They've recently changed their room categories now. I think they have a garden view room as well. But when we booked this room, I had emailed them to request a higher floor and as close to the beach as possible. So you'll see the room that we got there was on the 4th floor. There are elevators in these buildings, and if you don't want to take an elevator, there's stairs as well. So every room comes with terrace, an in-room minibar, a coffee machine. There is Wi-Fi, a large TV, an alarm clock, 24-hour room service, a separate bathroom with a toilet, as you can see here, double sinks, bathrobe, slippers, soaps, a hair blow dryer, a scale, and some custom scent amenities, as you saw earlier. The shower pressure, I think, was fine. Like, it was great. Sometimes the water was a little bit cold, but it is whatever. Like, you're on vacation, it's cool. They had some AC in the room, and it was very, very cold, which was really great. The room and the bedding was fabulous. That's the pillow that we chose. I couldn't tell you what it was, but it was pretty comfortable. Here's like the little lounging area, so you could take like a day nap here if you wanted to. And then this is kind of the full overview of the room. There's a little table there if you want to have some snacks as well. This is the balcony. This is also a nice little lounge area. And then this is the jetted tub. We only used it once and it was pretty good. It had some pretty good water pressure. And then this is the view. It was absolutely beautiful. I'm leaving this in for people who want the super detailed overview of what the room looked like. I'm the kind of person that I want to see every single thing on YouTube. If somebody has it, I will look at every single one. They had these weird like sliding things for the washroom. I guess it's just like for privacy, so you can keep it open if you want, or you can close it. Here is the room service menu. It also has all of the information about the different activities happening on the resort. Every day there's something different happening. Some of them are free, some of them you have to pay, but you could order your room service from this tablet, and room service took about an hour to get to us. That was the first thing we actually ended up doing when we got to our room, because we were so hungry, and I think the lunch buffet was even closed at that time or something like that. So we just ended up ordering some room service, and I think I got like a quesadilla and a burger, and it wasn't bad. It was just whatever, like it was pretty decent. I don't know if I had like super high expectations, and I just like, I don't know, never go to a resort with super high expectations, because I feel like you will be let down every single time. So don't do that. One of the things that they do here at this resort is this like in-room mixology thing. I had to ask for this 3 times. They advertise it on their website that they do it, but they did not talk about it during check-in. So I brought it up at check-in and they're like, oh yeah, we'll come to your room and we'll do it for you. Nobody did. Then I had called the front desk to ask, hey, where's the room mixology thing? I had to call like 3 times to get it. And eventually I got it and it was whatever. Okay, so let's talk about the pools and the grounds. So the layout of the resort is really nice. It's easy to walk, I would say, and it's not that big. I've been to really, really big resorts, and this is like more on the smaller side. But it was really nice. But if you see here, some of the chairs and some of the cabanas are reserved for those who have their timeshare, so you're not actually able to sit on those. But there's other ones that are open to everybody. And they had some entertainment at the pools, but overall it was kind of quiet, but it was all right. Okay, let's get into the food. So they have a variety of different restaurants. This is the first one I went to, which was Cueva Siete, which is their Mexican one. And this one I thought was pretty good. I think this was actually our number one. The decor was absolutely stunning and the service was really good. Everybody was super friendly. We had this dip that was really good. The drinks were flavorful. And all of the food was really good. You could order as much as you wanted. So they had tons of tacos, different dips. They had fish taco, birria tacos. And the menu here does change. This was my number one. I would definitely, if you can, eat at this one more than once. I would do that. I think it's their best one. They also have this Mayan coffee thing. But it's one of those things that if you know, you know. Like, it's not advertised. So it's something that I would suggest if you like coffee and like booze in your coffee, it would be something that I would do. After we had dinner, we went back to the room and they did turn down service, which was really nice. They gave us some chocolates and then you can order your breakfast using that thing and put on your door if you want. They also have a coffee shop. It wasn't bad. Like, I think the coffee was pretty good and they have some sweets and stuff. I had never gotten any of those. Okay, so sticking with food, they also have the opportunity where you can order food while you're on the beach or by the pool. They have a different menu. You can use the app. You can scan the app and it'll show the menu for you, or you can ask the server and they can tell you. And the food by the beach was pretty decent. Like, they had these nachos that were really good. They had fries. They had some chicken nuggets. But like, overall, it was okay. Like, I wasn't blown away. I don't know if I was expecting some like Michelin star thing, but I just felt like the way that people talked about the food, I expected a little bit more. 2087 is the next restaurant that they have. This is the place that you would have breakfast and lunch. I think it's the only one that's actually open for it. It's sit down, and you can sit down inside, you can sit outside, and it was like quite decent. Again, it wasn't anything to like write home about. Like, it was okay. They had some sushi and some steak, whatever. So this is kind of like the breakfast overview. Every day it was basically the same thing. They had like eggs. You have to get your eggs to order if you want. There was plantain, there's breads, there's muffins, there's juices, there's bacon, there's sausages, there's pancakes, there's fruit, lots and lots of fruit, granola, yogurt, bagels with cream cheese, different kinds of meats. It was very, very fresh, but again, like, it was just your standard all-inclusive breakfast buffet, which was completely fine for me. The French toast was pretty good. I liked this French toast. I know some people like to see super detailed footage of food, so that's why I'm leaving all of this in there. Feel free to scrub through the video if you don't want to see this. I decided to make a BLT for myself, and I also ordered a espresso martini, which was actually pretty fabulous. My husband's plate looks really good there too. Okay, and they had some nice tacos for lunch. There was some steak. The drinks were really good. You could ask for some top shelf liquor if you wanted that. I do have footage of that later on in the video. Another restaurant we tried was Amura House, which is like their Japanese one. And they have like a sushi station. This is, again, a sit-down one. And you need reservations for all of their restaurants. So we had emailed the concierge to see if they could book us all of our restaurant reservations beforehand, and they did, which is really good. But I heard some people weren't able to do that, which is really crappy. One thing about the restaurants was that they said that there was like a dress code for them. So, I mean, I love to dress up when I'm on vacation, but nobody else was. Like, we saw like the dress code was not really enforced. Like, some people were wearing running shoes and like Lululemon track pants and a track outfit and nobody said anything. So I don't think that they actually strictly enforce that. Drinks at this restaurant were really good. They were very unique, but quite good. I would rate these drinks probably a 5 out of 5. Like they were absolutely delicious. You can go on their website to see the menus for every single restaurant. I would highly recommend you do that. However, some of their menus do change, so things will probably change by the time you get there, maybe. I unfortunately felt sick, so they just packed my dinner to go, and it was like some shrimp lobster thing. This is just some of the booze selections that they have. This is the lobby bar, and you can get some really good drinks here too. One thing I found was that wherever you went, they had like so many different types of drinks, which I thought was really good. And so they had a wide variety. They had some really good mezcalitas, which I'm really fond of, and that was really good. So the other restaurant we tried was their Italian restaurant, which is called Mi Carissa. The decor in this one was absolutely beautiful. We ended up sitting outside, and it was a little bit chilly, but it was still really pretty. I didn't think that the food at this one was out of this world either, though. Like, it was okay. I don't know what I was expecting, to be honest. Like, and I know it's taken me a long time to make this video, because like I keep feeling like I have these really mixed reviews about this resort. I feel like when I was reading reviews, people were saying this was like the number one all-inclusive. The food is absolutely out of this world. And I was like, okay. So like when I got there, I was expecting like incredible food, and I just found like it was just like, it was okay. Like, it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't like absolutely outstanding. So I don't know. I think I had really high hopes, and I don't think I was disappointed, but I was more so like a little bit more neutral. This steak was okay. It was a little bit chewy. But yeah, so a lot of people talk about the nightlife being essentially non-existent at this resort, and it's very true. The only nightlife thing that we did was the silent disco, and there was like 4 people dancing, and I love to dance, so like I was out there dancing, but that was basically it. They did have a DJ in that lobby bar some days, but nobody was really dancing or anything like that. So overall, it is a quiet place. And yeah, like, do I think I would go back to this resort? I don't know. The beach was, however, stunning. I don't know why people were complaining about the beach and saying that the beach wasn't nice, but I love the beach. But I think what they were complaining about is that there's not enough chairs. And that's one thing we noticed, that if you don't get there early, there's not enough chairs for people. But I think that that's something they've changed. And also the width of the beach. But yeah, there was barely any umbrellas on the beach. So I mean, I don't know. You're paying so much money, like, I need my umbrella. Overall, I would give this resort a 3.8, 3.9. I would not give it a 4 out of 5. I feel like that's a little high. I feel like that if there was some better nightlife and more entertainment, better food, I might bring it up a little bit more. But other than that, like, it was a decent resort. I don't know if it's worth what we paid for. And again, like, we went during a super high season. Like, it was right before Christmas. So obviously you can factor that into the cost of what we paid for. And we also went for a full week. And so with that, I don't know if I would visit it again for the price that I paid. If I got a significant lower price, then maybe I would think about going back there. There was one woman that we had met there that had paid double what we paid for the same amount of time, the same room category, and she was pissed. She was really upset with what she paid to go to this resort. She could never get a beach chair, so then she eventually paid one of the workers to just have like an area saved for her so that she could enjoy the beach, which I totally get it. I totally get where she's coming from. Like, you pay all this money, you want this like enjoyable vacation, so I totally get it. The service, I think, was pretty good at this resort. Everyone was really friendly to us, super kind. Like, we didn't have a problem if we need anything. Like, I unfortunately got sick partway through the trip, so they had to get the doctor to come and see me, and like, they were super friendly. So I loved the service. The pools, like I mentioned earlier, like, they were okay. They were cold, but like, that's what they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be cold. And they have these like black tiles on the bottom, so like, it kind of would scratch your feet a little bit. But that's just me being totally super extra. But with that, like, it was okay. Like, it was okay. It was better than TRS Turquesa, which is the last one I reviewed, and that one was, some people love that one, and I did not love that at all.
But yeah.
Overall, I think Unico 2087 is a pretty decent resort. I don't think I got the value for what I paid for it, but maybe others might think a little bit differently. Let me know what you think about my review. If you're thinking about going here and you have some questions, drop them in the comments below and I will see if I can get an answer for you. And as always, thank you so much for watching. And yeah, appreciate you being here and I'm wishing you all a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye.